Get your flag out of the way.
Scratches his chin with his middle finger.
Gosh, really?
Hey,
He thought
hey,
he didn't get that.
look at this madness. We have a house full on Fan Roundtable Round 2. This is Stirring the Pot with Don Kincaid and my very special guest. My very special guest. We have one, Jim Kulik. Woo! We have the future, one Donovan. What's up, baby? We have the Juices Loose, a special guest. Again, back for round 2. Big Juicy.
Yeah.
We've got, let me see, I've got a whole lot of effing windows going on right now. We also got friend Erick. Man, welcome to our soiree.
What's happening, guys?
Then we've got the prof. We call him the prof. That's short for professor. The prof, Rick Del Santo. Thank you. Welcome, Mr. Del Santo.
What's up, everybody? How's it going?
Yeah. Oh my God, and we're not done yet. We've got 2 that weren't on last time, but we dropped one. Drink water. He's sinking in the water right now. So I pulled a couple, and we've got one. The Beast, Roll Dion. Thank you for coming on and checking it out, my friend.
Thank you, Dad, for having me.
Yeah, absolutely. And to top this off, we have a very special friend that I met in Battlefront Pro Wrestling. I call him Brother Bob. He calls me Brother Don. We're the Do Brothers. It's Brother Bob Thorp. What's up, baby?
Hey, everybody, what's shaking? Greetings
Yeah.
from Massachusetts.
Yeah. Now, can everybody
And we
see
go
everybody?
quiet.
Can everybody hear everybody and all of that good?
Yep.
That's good.
Absolutely. Yep.
Yeah.
Oh,
All right.
Gotcha.
So what we do here, it's we get the fans together, and I see.
there we go. I got cut off by my network.
Brother Bob's
Hello,
just.
everybody.
Bob,
I'm
we've been
back.
running for. Hey, Brother Bob, we've been running for 25 minutes. You've lost a lot of time already. You got some catch up.
Yeah, no kidding. Jesus H. Christ, what the hell happened?
Hey,
It's that 5G thing, I think.
hey, it is. You gotta get past the S1. You gotta get with the times, my friend. Get past the S1, and then maybe you can kind of get a good connection.
I live in asphalt. What do you want?
Hey, we're here to have fun. We gathered a bunch of fans. We got a superstar special guest as Big Juicy again, and it's been a pleasure having her on because we are on round 2. She just got done with the juice bar at 3:00. She started it up. Some of the fans in here were over at the juice bar. Now they're all sauced up, and now they're ready for the stir in the pot. This is going to be
surprised they
amazing.
still want to look at my face, Don. I'm surprised they still want to look at my face.
Are you kidding me? Who doesn't
Stop that.
Big Juicy? Isn't, they should get the hell out of here right now.
She's gonna spit her juice
have
at
a-
us.
Gentlemen and lady, I have a proclamation. I think Big Juicy should just be a regular because he just brings that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The
There
queen.
you go.
Everybody,
The
give me
juice
a.
loose.
Oh my God, you guys, that was beat. Give me another one.
Hey. Uh-oh, what do we got going on? Somebody's trying to call me. I don't know who it is.
Oh,
You're
wait a minute.
sideways.
Oh, Jesus.
Hold on.
Somehow you just went sideways, Don.
Uh-oh.
We lost Don.
like a dog hearing a high pitched
So now
noise.
who's leading the show?
Who's taking this one over now that Don's gone?
No, goes. I'm not doing it.
Nope,
Okay, too. I'm not doing it.
I'm touching my nose. Raul, you're taking it over.
Aw,
Future, you're gonna have to run this.
how we all doing?
I can run my own show for an hour and a half. I am not running.
Beauty and the Beast.
Ooh.
I think
All right.
we lost him.
Oh, there he is.
Okay, okay. Now,
There he is. Back.
hold on 1 minute. Do I got a surprise that has come through for us boys and girls? Wait, do you see? Donovan, you're going to love this. Oh my God, you're going to love this. Wait till you see who I have. Now, let me find him. It's going to just a quick second. Where'd it go?
How
Where'd
many
it
more
go?
people are we gonna have? Because everyone's icon is over Erick's face.
Yeah, I know. You know,
That's for the best. I promise.
Yeah, that doesn't bother me at all. Not at all.
No, literally, like Bob's face.
Eric's
is
body
over
and you have
Erick's
Don's
face.
head.
That's a scary part right there.
Technology.
I cannot.
Uh,
He just called me. Not in a
Is he
best.
calling back, or are you calling him?
Well, I have to add him, but I can't seem to find. I just can't seem to find him. One momento. I know this doesn't make for great TV.
it
But
always
I will
does.
tell you,
That's the business, baby.
that is business. And if I,
brothers
This
and
is the
sisters.
shit
Hey.
show.
he's not in my menu. That's the thing that's killing me. He's not in my menu. Maybe he doesn't
He's
want.
not your
What about,
recent
like,
calls?
in your recently, like, talked to or something? Because he called you, so you should have him somewhere.
He did, and I should. And this is really
I don't
pissing.
even know that it's a he. I'm just saying he.
Oh, he's an inside track, kid.
Person.
You got an
Person.
inside track, don't you?
Individual.
You know
I
who it is.
know. I know nothing.
5DI.
Gotta drink some more.
It's all good,
Are
man.
you
You,
drinking another
man,
energy drink, Susie?
you got a host of talent right here.
No,
It's
this is not
beyond
another
belief.
rain. I was all jittered up after that.
Oh,
Lost Don again.
I mean, we got
Lost
got-
on again.
the Eric, we got Big
Don,
Juicy,
you're
we
gone.
got Charisma, and we've got the future. We got Brother Bob. We got the
Yeah.
Bob. We got the Woo guy. Woo.
Oh, Don gone again. What is happening?
The show's going great so far.
That's awesome.
Going straight somewhere.
Listen, Donovan, this
Eighty.
is the most people we've had on it once.
I'm not
With
complaining.
difficulties.
I'm not complaining.
Donovan's just sitting back, chilling over there.
Yep.
All right,
Can
so
you blame him?
while
People keep
Kincaid's
going in and
listening,
out.
I got a question for the future.
What?
I
What's
got a
the
question. Who's your next guest?
Me.
I don't know. Oh yeah.
At Battlefront, I'm supposed to be.
I have to look at my schedule. I have a bunch of people. I just don't know the dates on it.
Look at his schedule.
I love it. Let me tell you something. That interview with me was pretty darn good, buddy. That's what I'm saying. Oh, he's back.
Put yourself over.
Where is
Welcome
it? There
back,
he is.
brother Don.
Okay, I know. Again, and we're not recording, so I know this doesn't make for good TV and shit. But
That's
I-
all right. Do what you gotta do, bro.
It says at the top of my screen, Kincaid is recording.
Yeah.
Mine too.
I
Oh,
know how
it
it
is?
guys.
Our
It says
food
oh, it is good. Okay. All right. I don't care if it's bad TV or not. Look who I just got.
I don't
Oh.
know.
Putt.
Mr. Cypher.
Good afternoon, everybody.
Face.
Good
What's
afternoon,
up,
Mr.
Mr.
Cypher.
Wow.
Commissioner?
You need a face there.
Just checking in, making sure no one's misbehaving.
Well, the
Uh,
juice is loose.
Well, you're here, so that should happen.
Oh, I wish I knew. I
Yeah,
have
I'm just
I have
honored
a sign in my pickup truck.
Oh my God! It took me a little bit to get Mr. Cypher in here because I'm not that good at this thing. But welcome, Mr. Cypher, to our soiree.
Thank you.
EWA. EWA.
Well, what we're doing here is we like to talk wrestling and some of our favorite promotions, some of our favorite talent, maybe not some of our most favorite talent. And you know, hey, you've got some familiar faces that you see at WMW, PvP. Do you have a message to your fans? Not to your fans, but to the fans that are hanging out? Because I will tell you one thing. You are not that liked at WMW PvP. Do you kind of give a crap, or what's the take on Mr. Cypher and the fans?
I don't do my job to make friends. I do my job to do it well. So if people are unhappy with how I perform my job, I'm not sorry. So
Okay. All right. So
oh,
he's
that's our
sorry.
type thing.
I mean, I
Okay.
don't have a message for anybody. I'm sure everyone will be on their best behavior and not say anything that would personally offend me or anybody else that's listening in.
All right. Mr.
Little bit
Donovan.
of ego there, Mr. Cypher.
Yeah.
Just a little bit.
No, my-
Mr. Q.
I passed.
Oh, go- Now, I would like to direct some messages at Mr. Cypher since he's here, and we all have an open forum here. Mr. The Future Donovan, do you have any words for Mr. Cypher at all?
$5. $5.
For that. If you want to call it an interview, it's really just his mom holding a tablet up at us.
Better watch what you say about my mom.
Oh, ooh, wait a minute.
What?
Mr. Kulik, before it gets heated between Mr. Cypher and the Future, Mr. Kulik, do you have any words for Mr. Cypher?
Oh, I've got many words for Mr. Cypher.
We all start with W and end with OO.
Hey, the question I had for you was, you were getting a little amped up at that last show. You tried coming over the ropes and coming at the woo guy. I thought we were going to have a little issue there, my friend.
Oh, no, heat of the moment. There was a
virtual
lot going-
cage match, something, man. Let's hear what you have to say there, Mr. Cypher.
I already said what I needed to say. It was all heat of the moment. There was a lot going on right there. And there was a lot of people from the outside that were throwing around their opinion that probably didn't belong throwing around their opinion.
So you were just a little caught up in the moment then. Okay.
It would be about you, Mr. Kulik. Even though you'd like it to be.
All right, then, Mr. Cypher.
In a show, reminding people, woo, I'm here. Listen to me, I'm here. Woo.
Hey, baby, you know how it all is. The woo guy and the woo crew got to bring the people in and fire them up. That's why we call you a certain name. What do we call them, everybody?
But
Hey, we're not here, to gang up on Mr. Cypher. I'm just trying to get, some feelings released, because at the shows, I know we yell at each other and stuff, but here we're talking all sorts of nice, we're kind of getting our feelings. And Mr. Cypher has been very kind to take his time and share with us. So, Mr. Hunting, I would love to hear, do you have any words for Mr. Cypher?
Well, I just saw the other day, I think it was yesterday, I saw a post on Facebook that there was a past flyer of said Mr. Cypher in his wrestling gear. Do we miss those dates, Alex?
Of course, always. I never chose to be in the position that I'm in right now. This is really second fiddle to what I was doing before, but got to improvise, adapt, and overcome.
Mr. Cypher, I believe you sound like you're underwater. Is that only me, or does everybody hear that?
Oh, he does sound like
Nah.
underwater.
And you
I'm
might
having a
muffle
poor
that guy out.
Trying to stand over the mic.
I'm having a poor connection. If you guys lose me, I'm sorry.
Oh, no, not a problem, Prof. Mr. Cypher, are you using an old school, Go flip phone? At
this point, I'm convinced, considering someone said a bad connection, that it's everybody else and it's not me. So.
Okay.
Oh,
Hey, Ms. Big Juicy, I know you're familiar with Mr. Cypher. Do you have any words for Mr. Cypher?
No, I don't want to make him mad.
Oh,
Oh,
wow. Smart girl, I guess we're talking.
We're already on good terms already. That's my decision.
Wow. Now, the Beast, one roll Dion. Do you have any words for Mr. Cypher? I don't know if you've ever met Mr. Cypher or vice versa.
Oh, me and Mr. Cypher have met many times, and all I got to say for Mr. Cypher is I got a lot of respect for what he does, and he's probably one of the best in the business at what he does. And we'll leave it at that. Me and Alex have our mutual understanding.
Okay. Wow. Mr. Cypher.
Yes, it's a very thankless position, so I appreciate the compliments. And yes, we agreed a long time ago that I am in charge. So yes, we do have a mutual.
No, we never did that. We agreed you were too hurt to do anything about it.
That's not how I remember it.
Now,
you're a good guy, Alex. I give you a lot of credit for taking the crap you take.
Brother Bob Thorp. We have in-house, obviously, we have Big Juicy, we have Alex Cypher. These are two talents, big personalities that we have in our area. I'm in Connecticut, but he's in Massachusetts. But Brother Bob's a little higher up than even Massachusetts, I think. Brother Bob, Mr. Alex Cypher, and Ms. Big Juicy, Brother Bob.
Nice to meet you both. I don't know Mr. Cypher from the hole in his head, but I have nothing bad to say about him. So, and Miss Juicy, it's nice to meet you. The juice stay loose. And if you ever come up to Battlefront, Mr. Cypher, I'd like to say this. Toothless aggression.
Oh, toothless aggression.
Oh, I don't think we'll ever see Alex from the Battlefront.
Toothless aggression.
Figure it out. I mean, toothless aggression. Okay.
You can thank Mr. Jake Sampson for that.
Oh boy, yeah, Jake Sampson. Thanks for that. Now we fans, we love some of the most amazing men and women in our industry. I was wondering, we didn't really get to kind of touch upon some of our really top faves, and since we didn't do that, I want to ask Mr. Cypher to kind of lead the way. When you're behind the scenes, which you are, and you come out with some great talent, who are some of the big top names right now that you might have your sights on?
Okay, so that sounded like possibly two questions. People that I'm already currently representing, or people that I'm looking at possibly representing.
Hey, you pick them, because we do know some of the talent, but if you would like to go down that list, that's fine. But looking in the future, because when everything kind of gets back to kind of the future, when everything kind of gets back to normal, then I mean, you know, you've got to have your eyes set on some kind of talent, no?
I sure do. It's unfortunate.
What is he squawking about?
That's it. Do you see what I'm working with here, Donovan? This is what I'm working here with. Are you kidding me? You know, what would you like to see happen in WMW?
Was like what?
Yeah, Donovan, what would you like to see happen in WMW or PvP? Because you know all the storylines, you're at all the shows, you get to interview a lot of the men and women there. What do you want to see happen around in there?
Maybe Cypher should enter the women's division, I think.
Skull Shriners, you just got burned.
Wow.
I didn't see that coming.
That was.
Why would I want to enter the women's division?
That's where you belong, unfortunately. It's just...
Wow.
So I belong in a division competing with other top athletes. I don't belong pushing a pen. Is that what you're trying to tell me? That's fine. If you want to put me in a category of being in a division competing with the best talent in the area, then I'd be more than happy to be in that category.
Wow. He kind of turned that on you, Donovan, I got to say. And I don't, you know, kind of turned that on you because Ms. Big Juicy was like, yeah, I mean, he's kind of right because she's part of that division. And, you know, the ladies in our area are no joke. Mr. Kulik, Mr. Kulik, Mr. Cypher, when he walks out, you turn on a switch that I've never seen before, and I don't know how. You kick it up an extra notch with the Woo crew. What the hell happened between you two to make your relationship the way it is?
You know something? I have to say it from the heart, and I say it in a way that it's not going to make it. The guy used to be an amazing wrestler, okay? And he's even better on the mic. I'm going to give him a little bit of praise. But let me tell you something. The guy is so good at what he does. He gets us fired up to get him fired up, and that's what we do. The Woo Crew, that's what we do, baby. We get the putts fired up. That's what it's all about. He loves that name that I gave him, doesn't he?
Come into your senses, and then you got to throw out the P word.
That's right, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Let me say this. I've been watching this guy since, like, what? Mr. Cypher, what was it, like 2011, 2012, the old EWA days at the Turbarine?
Yeah, what happened to you? What happened to you, Jim?
I amped it up, baby. Woo Crew City took place. That's what I'm saying. Just to get anything to get you amped up, man. Hey, can I get? And I'm not saying this in a bad way, but you do look like the Grinch.
No.
Looks like the Grinch. But I do. He's the best. I'm telling you. He's
Shots
even cracking
fired.
up himself because he knows exactly what I'm talking about.
Something as happy as Christmas. That's the way I look at that.
Now, Mr. Rick Del Santo, the prof,
What's that?
you know a lot about wrestling. May it be professional, may it be independent. Are you familiar with Alex Cypher at all?
No, I apologize. No, I am not.
Well, Mr. Del Santo, he is a over-the-top personality, a character and a half. He really gives us a story to run with. We the fans and him have a hell of a ride. We like to boo him and call him putz. He likes to shit on us. It's kind of a relationship, you know. And yeah, Mr. Del Santo, you should check out Mr. Cypher's work because he's part of some athletic commission or wobber or something. But really, you should kind of check his work out. You wouldn't. I'm not steering you wrong.
Absolutely, I will look it up.
Yeah, and he's under. I mean, the talent he has under him is amazing. So, if you could, Mr. Cypher, what are some of the talents you're currently working with right now?
Oh, absolutely. I'd love to talk about some of the talents that I'm working with right now. Top of the list is no doubt my partners with my promotions, Pioneer Valley Pro. I did say promotions, and that's because we've been trapped indoors so long. I forgot that I only have one at this point. Thank you, the other person that runs Western Mass Wrestling. So some of the talent that I'm representing right now would be like Big Bacon, Brad Hollister, Sexy Jesus Hammer Tunis once he comes back from injury. There's also trying to figure out who to say first because I don't want to have either anybody fighting over who's more important because they're all important in mine. But there's also Chris Benet, there's Francis Kip Stevens, and as well as the prospects on the horizon, hopefully after all this quarantine is over.
Wow. For the boys and girls that are watching this, if you haven't heard any of that talent, get on the Twitter, the face page, the YouTube, whatever you're on, check these names out because you will not be disappointed because we have in New England some of the most amazing talent in our area. And it's amazing that we get to see them in such an intimate setting. Big Juicy, you're an active superstar right now. You're an upcomer right now. Tell us what it was like because Mr. Cypher wasn't here last time, but tell us the excitement that you felt when you come walking through those doors of WMW and PvP and such, and the crowd really loves them some Big Juicy.
Oh my God, the crowds are alive. You guys are electric. You feed us your energy and we give it back to you the second we come through that curtain or through the door and we hit the ring, and it's just a party, man. It's a party.
Mr. Cypher, you didn't look too happy, almost like you ate a
He's
lemon.
making a putz face.
I'm wondering what people she thinks she's talking to right now because you can't be talking about the people that are on this call. There's just no way. Man, these people, they don't make me want to get hyped up. They make me want to leave.
Are you on a deep sea tour, Mr. Cypher? Because your phone, it's like this. Are you on a deep sea tour right now?
No, I'm a soft talker.
Now it's his forehead.
I didn't think it was important enough to take off, so.
Wow.
There you go.
Well, hey, I mean, I definitely appreciate your time. Whenever I can get Mr. Cypher to come in, what the hell?
Courage.
What the hell's the matter with him? Hey.
He spilled the juice.
Don't mind him. He's just putzing around.
He spilled the juice.
Underwater.
Yeah, he's just putzing around, guys. Don't worry about it.
Putzing around.
Brother Bob.
Around, Jim.
What's up,
Could
brother?
you tell me how one would do so?
Say it again.
How would you around? Explain that to me.
Damn, what's he doing?
What is going on with him?
I think he's on
Trying to show us
acid.
his curtains.
I
He's got to be on something.
Alec, I'm back.
Are you?
Talk to the microphone so no one can complain.
Microphone now with your butt.
My God. Mr. Hunting, did you ever expect Alex Cypher to come into this soiree at all?
This is definitely a surprise, Don. This is definitely a surprise.
You sound like you're underwater. What's going on with your phone? Doing this?
Mr. Hunting, have you ever seen Mr. Cypher in a good mood one time ever?
No. Oh, no, sorry. I think I have a picture of him where he's holding somebody else's championship and he's got a smile about 10 miles wide. You know, something that he didn't earn.
Hey, I deserve those championships. I'm the one that decides who I represent. When my guys win, I win. So when my guys get paid, I get paid. There's no reason why I shouldn't smile when I'm holding a championship that I have something to do with.
So you're riding coattails.
Riding coattails.
I'm presenting opportunities to people who couldn't do so by themselves.
Oh.
That's the Grinch right there, baby.
Yeah, could have been hide under Ronda Rousey's skirt.
now, Mr. Brother Bob.
What was
Brother Bob has entered a couple good zingers in there. Brother Bob, are you feeling this whole Alex Cypher thing? Are you just are you not Team Cypher right now?
I can't say I'm Team Cypher. I haven't heard him say a nice thing yet, but
okay,
you never know. I could make my way west because I'm in Cypher West. I could make my way west and come see him, come pay him a personal visit. It'd be pretty insane.
I don't know in what other aspect of life would you be nice to people who are constantly putting you down and calling you names and talking shit. No,
cry me a river.
And I'm doing this out of my own good.
Man, I didn't put you down. I actually held back my bad comments.
It reminds me of an old Hank Williams Sr. song. There's a tear in my beer. Mm-hmm.
Well, great reference.
this definitely wasn't a gang up on Mr. Cypher thing, but I was just trying to maybe see if we could get some feelings put out there. And I think everybody put a little bit of something on the table. Mr. Cypher, I don't know how long you actually wanted to stay here because, I mean, it has been a little kind of a bashing, and I apologize for that. I had no control over this at all. And Mr. Donovan, I mean, look at Donovan smile. Every time my goodness. Man, he loves to boo the piss out of you, as we all do. Now, Mr. Donovan, now, who do you want to see maybe down the line? Because, you know, he's athletically inclined, if you will. Could you see him in the ring? Now, we're going to see him in a cage match against Matthew James down the road. And this is going to determine.
You want to hear a funny one? I'm cheering for Alex in this one.
And we are going to determine the control of WMW and PvP. Mr. The Future, where's your money right now?
Well, we cheer for good guys, so I'm with James.
In the future,
but I think Alex has a few quick versus.
Well, I was trying to understand you, but Mr. Cypher was, you know, kind of me kind of thing, you know.
That's not what I heard. I heard Donovan making a bunch of noise with his mouth.
What?
Somebody's
I don't know, but that crease in the middle of Cypher's forehead keeps getting deeper and deeper. He's getting My ex-wife used to look like that.
Mr. Roldion, you and you're pretty loud at some of the shows. You have some good times. Were you around when the Putz thing was going on? And because I'm kind of curious, because I've gone to a couple shows lately, and I know we've gone to different places. We don't see each other all the time at all of the shows. But were you on that whole Putz train when that started?
Oh yeah, I started off going back to indie wrestling to see PvP. That's how I met Erick, was over at PvP, and I met Alex and Jim, and everybody was at PvP. I think pretty much I was right in the middle of calling Alex the biggest putz that ever walked the face of the earth. Me and him have gone round and round about things. I've challenged Alex many times. Don't pick your nose, Alex, on national television. I have challenged him many times to get into a ring. But on the same hand, I walked right over to him and shook his hand when he hurt his neck and had his neck operation. I have respect for him in that manner. But I still think for what he does as a job, he does his job very well. Mm-hmm. He's there to have people hate his guts, and we really all hate his guts, you know? So I give him that respect.
Sam, I'm glad.
I think Alex should come over and visit us over at Battlefront.
Yeah, I think so too, Roll.
Oh, God.
Wait, I will reserve a seat right next to me, Alex. You come to the Battlefront, sit on down next to me. We'll buy you some popcorn, a soda.
Well, I wouldn't be able to concentrate on popcorn and soda. I'd be writing citations all night long.
Oh man, Mr. Cypher, I cannot appreciate your time coming in today. This has been it's been fun. I mean, I don't know if you had fun. We had some fun. Look at Donovan. He's smiling. I think we had some fun.
Again.
Oh, shit.
We're putzless.
Did he just say
Putzless. I got a question for Mr. Wu though. What would
I wasn't trying to.
Like?
I wasn't trying to close him out. I was just kind of trying to appreciate his time and
close them out.
Oh my God.
Get out of the kitchen.
Okay, out of everybody in this room right now, I know I got Mr. Hunting, Big Juicy, Mr. Roldione, Mr. Kulik, and the future Donovan. I know I got you guys with Cypher, right?
Oh, you guys got.
I wish I knew ahead of time.
Now, Brother Bob, Brother Rick, I am telling you, again, if you just listen to that whole conversation, you can tell how much of a character this guy really is. Holy shit.
Oh, Bob, you would have a blast with him, buddy.
Oh, I can imagine all. Put him in the hot seat.
That's it.
I'll have to find him.
Oh,
I'll have to find him on social media.
Super talented. Oh my God.
Yeah,
he really is. I mean, we go back and forth. You asked me how long you've been doing the putts thing. We've been going back and forth, ribbing on each other for so many years. No, seriously, if you guys had a chance to see him wrestle back in like the late, 2010, 2011, he was really, really very good.
See,
how long I've been going to these shows, and I'm always busting up about everything. But the guy's awesome.
Cool.
Love it.
Definitely holds his character well.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah,
What's all about keep kayfabe alive.
Yeah, kayfabe is very alive in one Alex Cypher. That dude is, like you see him right there, Mr. Del Santo. He is like that no matter where he is in the building, outside the building, and is probably doing that in his car and cutting promos on himself, for Christ's sake.
That is amazing because that is a lost art.
That's a true mark of a great talent.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah, and Mr. Del Santo is again, we call him the prof, and I don't know if anybody came up with a stump the prof question because I wasn't prepared for this because I had 24 interviews this week, but I am going to remind us we are at round 2 of Stirring the Pot Fan Roundtable. Does anybody have a stump the prof question?
I got one for him.
Okay, here we go, Mr. Q.
All right. Prof, this is from WrestleMania 1. I want to know who was in the opening match.
The opening match. Was that Tito Santana and the Executioner?
Oh, good job, Prof. You got that one. I love it.
That was Playboy Buddy Rose.
Oh, nice.
Playboy
Give him
Buddy
one,
Rose
future.
under the mask.
Oh, man. Hey.
You there?
I don't have questions. So
Hey, could you have The prof, could you have ever answered, or not the prof, I'm sorry, I'm getting the nicknames mixed up now. The future, could you have ever answered that question? Because I know I couldn't have.
I couldn't.
I've seen
Only
that
like-
event. I've watched that event so many times. It's crazy.
No, I know I couldn't have answered that. Kulik, good showing, man. Good. Hey, stump the prof. That was pretty fun right there. Hey, we all get a good laugh because everybody could have a different question, and you never know what could happen out of it. You know.
That's right. I was on To Be Blunt with Peasy last week, and I tried to stump the Scott. That bastard got the question right.
Oh, now from me to you, brother Bob. This is a little inside secret, and I'm going to whisper it so nobody else hears it. Okay.
Okay.
The Scott, he's kind of a WCW, WWE guy. If you kind of work around that, you might be able to have a shot on stumping the Scott. Just saying.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Because I'll ask the prof the same question I asked Scott. Okay.
What's that?
Goldberg's debut in the WWE. Who was his victory against?
Oh, it's
Honestly, that one I cannot answer. That one I
got
can't
it.
answer.
Mr. Hunting.
Is that your final answer? What's that?
Hugh Morris.
Nope.
What
Oh,
I'm talking is when he first came into WWE, his first opponent was The Rock.
no, that was
Exactly. Ding, 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 ding.
Oh, WWE. I'm sorry.
Yeah, when he first came in 2004, his first promo was with The Rock. You guys remember?
Okay. All right.
Yeah, I feel
remember
like
that.
it's big right
Wow, you're right.
Yep.
Taking care of business, baby. EH for life.
Donovan, the future. We have Mr. Kulik has deemed you the future because after shows, you and your mom, you kind of two-person team, and you're doing these cool interviews with a lot of cool talent. Now you've even worked with Ms. Big Juicy and many others out there. I know you've been doing a bunch, so I would like you to tell the fans, where can we see Donovan's interviews?
You can go on YouTube and search Bootio's Boy Wrestling Fan.
Sweet.
Search what?
Bootio's Boy Wrestling. Where does that come from?
So in school we use a thing called Kahoot, and basically you can have your own username. And my phone case had Bootio's on it, the logo for the cereal, and I just put boy at the end of it, and that's how Bootio's Boy was born.
Nice.
So, hey, look up his interviews because you guys, he does some cool stuff, and it's a different vibe because it's right after these events when everybody's kind of cleared out, and Donovan gets some cool one-on-one time with these men and women. And could you maybe give us a couple of like your favorites that you, not to slight anyone out of the, that you have done, but some of your favorites that you've kind of done so far?
My most recent favorite is definitely Waves and Curls. They're a really good tag team. Jim Kulik, the Woo guy, he's a good one. And Big Lucy, she's another great interview to watch. So
okay, now Pahuze button on the whole Jim Kulik and Waves and Curls, because in that interview, I seen you shirtless. What the hell?
So basically, Trayvon, I messed up their names, but he was talking trash to me, so I challenged him to a fight, and I started taking off my hat, my glasses, my shirt, and then he was about to pants me, but you guys didn't see that. But he ended up ripping my jacket and my shirt off, so yeah, I went shirtless. They just
You
love
did a Ric Flair, bro.
the ladies love my six pack. I had to show it off.
Did you just say the ladies love me?
They love the six pack.
Man, the future is starting to get amped up, baby. I love it.
Oh yeah.
Oh man. I hope you guys are having fun.
Yeah.
I hope you guys are having fun, and I know it's a little quirky, and we're kind of here and there and all over the place. But man, I hear a lot of laughing. I see a lot of
It's fun.
smiley faces,
It's
and that's
awesome.
what this is all about, man.
It's a lot of fun.
I may not have my camera on, but I'm smiling from the inside out.
You know, what the hell is that, Brother Bob? Why don't we see you? What is going on?
He turned his
Because
camera off.
I turned my camera off. That way we could free up some space for all you beautiful faces.
Oh, wow. I thought
There
you,
you go.
I thought you might have been smoking the devil's lettuce and you just didn't want to do it.
No, I don't do the devil's lettuce anymore.
Oh, anymore. Now, Beast, we've been seeing each other at Shut Up and Wrestle kind of often now because we've been going to every single one of those suckers. Aren't those a blast?
I love Shut Up and Wrestle. A lot of the great talents, they go there. It's just good to see everybody, and there's not enough wrestling in town anymore, I don't think. So, I mean, I love going there now. Test of Strength. I've shown up at Test of Strength quite a bit lately. Battlefront, of course, you're going to find me there. And everything like that. So, no, I love going over to Shut Up and Wrestle. Giving some of these people giving them a hard time. That's what I do.
Now, you mentioned 3 fine Test of Strength, Shut Up and Wrestle. And it's at the Kevin Landry's Combine out in Holyoke. It's its own little free show. And same thing with Test of Strength. They have their training days. Again, in East Hartford, free show on a Sunday once a month. It's amazing. But then you mentioned Battlefront. You have kind of warmed up. Your heart is kind of filled into Battlefront. What has drawn you as a fan to Battlefront?
Battlefront, I used to be big into PvP. We went our separate ways, disagreement with me and management. Happens. But when it came to Battlefront, me and Dan met kind of because I was picking on him online, saying how Battlefront I thought was, a backyard wrestling type thing. And Dan actually came over to me at a PvP event and introduced himself to me. And after that, I became best friends with Dan. We talk quite a bit on the phone. I go to all the events. I help them out when I can. I love the hardcore. That barbed wire match they had was out
that
of
was
this
insane.
world. I have never seen 2 people tear it up like Dirtbag did and Len Oddity did. 2 of the greatest, I thought. And my son was sitting right there, and he's 9 years old. And I mean, honestly, he thought it was the greatest thing too. He's grown up loving wrestling like me. So it is. I just love the family atmosphere of Battlefront. Battlefront cares about everybody there, right there for us.
And I notice when you go to the shows, it's usually with your wife and your child. And that's amazing because that's what wrestling is about, is the family atmosphere. Big Juicy, you've got to be a big fan of being a brand new wrestler pretty much and seeing that whole family atmosphere coming together.
Oh, absolutely. That's all it is about. Whether you're at an event, outside of an event, wrestling is family. You build those relationships with people. Like, I'm sitting here with you guys, and like a year and a half ago, that would have never happened. And then I got into wrestling, and here we are. We're coming together via Skype because of that damn coronavirus. But here we are. It's all about the family.
And I got to, again, I know I thank Mr. Cypher, and I hope he didn't feel like it was a Cypher bashing party, but it was kind of fun. I mean, I know you guys were having a little bit of fun with that.
Oh, yeah.
But,
I still held back.
Ms. Big Juicy, I cannot thank you for spending the time with us because look at our faces. I mean, what the hell are you doing hanging out with us?
Listen. Anytime to sit around with people and talk wrestling, I'm down. Anytime.
Brother Bob, the Battlefront, you haven't been to wrestling in how many years? Please share with us.
I hadn't been to wrestling in probably over 20 years. My last real show before that was like 1998 in Waltham, Massachusetts at an ECW show. And then I went to that first Battlefront show 20 some odd years later. And I tell you what, now I know why I love wrestling so much. It's just That's awesome. whole live vibe. And I love Battlefront because you can get right into the action Everybody interacts with you. You meet some great people. You know, I started off just shooting pictures. You can see my stuff all over Facebook. And one special moment, I got to bring this up, Don. Don was interviewing Honest Abe. And there's Chris Cannon staring right through Kincaid. And all of a sudden, Cannon jumps up, starts running after Don. Don books ass, blinds him with ass, running completely out of his way. Runs into me, knocks my camera flying out of my hand, and we just had a good laugh over it. It was just an amazing place to be.
I will never. Those are one of those little wrestling moments that is always branded in my mind because I've always wanted to get one effing Kincaid file with Cannon, but he just shoots laser beams through my skull. And I know not to get too close to that guy. So I was with Abe and I figured I could maybe swoop over right to Cannon. And man, he slammed the table, jumped up like he was going to eat me for a snack. And my first thought was run for your life, save your own hide. And I slammed Brother Bob's camera and I felt so bad, but I saved my own life. So, you know, if the camera took
those
a hit,
ninja reflexes.
Yeah, the ninja reflexes. Oh my God, Mr. Donovan, have you ever met Mr. Chris Cannon? Because I'm telling you, holy shit.
Nope, never met him. Sounds
scary.
I'll introduce you when you come to Battlefront.
Oh yeah, one good
Sounds
story
like an
about
angry
Chris
dude.
Cannon.
Wow.
We had just got done. What was it? The hardcore show where I bought a kendo stick off of Sandman. And I was
Yes.
walking around getting different people to autograph it and stuff like that. And I nudged Don and I said, "Hey, do you think Cannon will sign this?" Don walks over to Cannon, sheepishly, of course. And then I see Chris Cannon staring at me. He's like, giving me the finger. I give him the finger back. He's exchanging it. And then all of a sudden he goes, "Come here." I'm like, "Oh, shit." And I come over. He signs it. Then I go over to show Don. What does he sign it with? Fuck off. I was like, we are still having a good laugh over that.
That's awesome.
That is my most favorite autograph I've ever seen in my entire life, man.
I still say Chris Canyon is probably the future of wrestling.
I
really
couldn't agree more. You know what? I think back to all my years of wrestling. I'm going to be 55 next Saturday. And I've been watching wrestling since I was like single digits. And who he reminds me of, and this is a total compliment, is Dr. D. David Schultz, because that guy
awesome.
is a
Absolutely.
great kayfabe character wrestler. He
Yes.
will not break kayfabe to save his life.
When he went after Nuka at Shut Up and Wrestle, when he returned, that to me was, and sorry Don, I know Nuka's your boy, but Don, you gotta admit, when he jumped over that rope, he looked like $1 million coming after the prize. I mean, that man was unstoppable.
He looked like a damn freight train with nothing in his way except for a face of green mist. That was amazing.
Absolutely.
He went
Red
through
hair
it,
and a green
man.
face.
Yeah, but man, he actually kind of killed Nuka. I'm scared. I don't know what Nuka's going, what he's up to. I've seen him on the face page, but that doesn't mean it's good. He could be sharing this stuff with his toes. I don't know what's going on right now with Nuka. Now, Miss Big Juicy, you have a tie-in with Shut Up and Wrestle. What's going on with Big Nuka? Is he alive? Is he okay?
I think he's okay. I've seen him on the face page as well, Don.
Okay, all right.
He did join the juice bar for a hot second today as well.
Yeah, he was there quick.
Okay, all right, sweet. Mr.
He's
Kulik.
around.
Yes, brother.
Mr. Kulik, you say, and I'm telling you because he's told me personally that Jim Kulik, those chants of "you can't wrestle," he really hears that. I'm just saying. So from friend to friend, I'm here to help. You might want to pull that back a little bit.
How can you not hear Kulik at an event? First time I ever heard Kulik, where he was picking on McStubbs. Hey, McStubbs! That just echoes in my brain all the time.
So I never said that. Who does supposedly did I say that to?
McStubbs. You were
Hey, Stubbs.
No.
You're talking about Cannon?
Yeah, brother Bob, you're kind of flip flopping here. You can't do that to Mr. Kulik. We have to stay very tunnel vision here. Now, Mr. Cannon, Mr. Cannon, he hears when you say you can't wrestle, and I'm telling you, I think if you keep doing it, he might come over those ropes and thrash you. I don't know.
Flash him?
Not flash him, thrash him.
Oh, thrash. Okay. Well, like I said, how can you not hear Kulik? He's got like one of those over the top, overpowering voices that you can't have selective hearing around Kulik.
It's super
But you
soft.
can't have an event without him. That's the funny part. There's
That's
times
true.
that Jim
That's
doesn't
true
show
right
up or he hasn't been there. I will be honest with you. I miss that man so much because all of a sudden you'll just hear "woo" out of the left field. And it's like, oh, Jim's here, and he's one of him and Eric. I mean, they're two of the best guys in the world. I don't see Eric enough anymore.
Sorry.
Sadly, we'll get on the battlefront one of these days, or shut up and wrestle. I think you should go shut up and wrestle and watch Juice.
What I'd like to do is maybe go around the room a little bit, because hopefully, again, and I know we say this more often than not right now, but when things might come back to normal, hopefully sooner than later, I'd like to go around the round table. Now, Mr. Del Santo, what promotion or what match or what are you looking forward to that when we left off that you're really looking forward to?
Just getting out there and seeing a live show is what I'm looking forward to the most. And it's just crazy. I'm, sitting at home and just watching crap on TV. It's just the excitement of being around many other wrestling fans, whether it be hundreds, thousands, or whatever, and just enjoying a show. That's it. I don't care what promotion necessarily that it is. I just want to get out there and see a show.
Preach.
Now, you opened up your very first High Spots mystery box or something like that today. How'd that go?
It was awesome. If you guys get a chance, check it out. I posted the link to my Facebook page, so check it out. I got 2 mystery boxes that they combined into one and just opened up a bunch of stuff. I got about 9 shirts and a bunch of random mystery crap, and most of it I will be keeping. I got like 3 Jeff Hardy shirts I want to get rid of because those are the only ones.
Juicy's gonna like that.
Juicy's like, I'm on there.
He's excited.
Those are the only ones I'm not gonna wear. So
I know where
every other shirt that was randomly picked, I actually appreciated. So
okay, now we have a bunch of us in here. You're mentioning that you want to get rid of some Jeff Hardy. Big Juicy almost fell right off her effing chair. Yeah, I think there's a connection right there. Maybe you guys should kind of chit chat down the road. Mr. Donovan, I would really like to get your insight. What are you looking forward to coming back?
Just being surrounded by everyone. Like, it's nice to see everyone come together as one and just enjoy a professional wrestling show. It's just, it's like, pretty much everyone there is family. Whether it's your first show or it's the most recent show, everyone knows everyone pretty much. So that's the best.
Can I ask,
about it.
How long have you been going to these WMW PvP shows?
Actually, it's funny that you asked that because my first ticket for my first ever Pioneer Valley show is right here. It's from September 10th, 2017.
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah. All right.
That's awesome.
Once you get the fever, it doesn't stop. Am I right, Mr. Donovan?
Doesn't stop.
Now, what made you turn to interviews? And I know we're doing this roundtable thing because I want to get the inside of everybody, but the future is the future. So I want to know just a little bit more. What made you start doing interviews?
Pretty much my channel was just all like wrestling figure content before the interviews, and my sound was terrible. I just used the regular phone microphone, like I had to talk to the phone. And then I ordered myself a microphone. It worked. And then pretty much one of like the closest wrestlers I talked to was Nico Silva. And I reached out to him, seeing if he wanted to do an interview and see how I liked it. And it just from there it just kept rolling, and I contacted everyone that I could.
Nice. And they're pretty gracious with their time, right? I would assume.
Yeah, I always think no one really wants to talk. No.
I think Juicy did.
But like, they take time out of their day after they're all tired. It just means a lot. So
Yeah, it definitely does, man. And same thing with you guys and girls. I mean, today, I mean, just hanging out and doing this. I mean, this isn't really, you know, like an appointment kind of thing, but I mean, you guys wanting to do this, it just makes me feel so cool that we can all hang out. We've got Donovan coming in. We've got Roll Dion coming in. We've got Brother Bob coming in. I mean, this is fun shit, man.
Oh,
Yeah,
there's
Absolutely.
Now, Mr. Kulik, what are you looking forward to? Because you have a lot on your plate. When you go out, you like to go here, you like to go there. Are you looking for anything, promotion or match or wrestler that you're really kind of focusing on when we all get back?
To be honest with you, it's just being with the family, man. That's what everybody needs right now. A match that I am looking forward to, though, kind of reaching for Snoop over here, just kind of getting into things. The match I'm looking forward to is that cage match with Alex the Putt Cypher and Matthew James. I am looking forward to that, but I'll be honest with you, it's being with you guys and the infectious energy that Kincaid brings to his Kincaid files. I mean, Don Kincaid, you have to upload some of our quick interviews. They are classic. People give me more props on those things, saying, "Who's that guy? He's crazier than you." But honestly, I'm looking forward to being with everybody, hanging out, man. The reception I got the last WMW show, I came in, I felt like $1 million. It was just so cool.
It's like, hey, Big Juicy, isn't it like when Norm walks in the cheers, everybody knows Kulik?
Oh, 100%. 100%. We're upstairs or wherever backstage getting ready, and we hear Larry! Yeah, right away. Wake up, Larry! Like, right away. And we all look at each other, we're like, well, Jim's here.
Roll Dion, we have Shut Up and Wrestle, we have Battlefront, and we had some big build-ups for some stuff going around. Test of Strength. Is there anything certain you're looking forward to when all of this crap stops?
Honestly, I'm just hoping. I'm hoping May 9th goes off. That's Battlefront. I'm hoping it goes off, but according to Dan last night, it probably isn't going to. It sounds like they're going to have to postpone it. But you know what? I'm looking forward to getting back, just seeing everybody, enjoying some good wrestling. And I mean, I kind of got a few like ears out there because if you seem to remember right, Don, you had an interview with one Mr. Jiggy Sosa.
No, it was a small Kincaid file. Okay, yeah, it was at a Shut Up and Wrestle. Okay, I remember.
That mentioned my name. So I cannot wait to see what's new for Jiggy. Let's just say that. I love Jiggy. Jiggy is one of the best wrestlers I think out there. I just want to honestly see what's new for him, and where he goes and what he does, and you know, him and of course Ryan Frost. Ryan Frost is my man. I think that guy he has more talent than anybody out there. So I can't wait to see him.
Now, Brother Bob, I know you've only gone to Battlefront a couple times, and since you've gone back into wrestling, that's kind of been your home base to speak of to go to the independent wrestling. Is there anybody or anything specifically at Battlefront that you're looking forward to, because they give us a lot of storylines to have fun with?
They gave us some hot stuff to work with, and you know, I miss being around everybody, the fans, the wrestlers themselves. But what is sparking my interest now is this whole TJ Howell the third Ryan Frost thing. Is there some friction there? I want, it just makes me think there's a little bit of friction.
Well,
Hope so.
they say they're okay, but I don't think they're okay because Ryan Frost is holding that belt, and TJ Howell assumed, kind of cryptically, a little bit, tiny little bit in the promo that he might want that belt. So I think they might be on shaky grounds. Cold cash. That's what they're called, Bob, brother Bob.
Oh,
Cold
that's
cash.
right. That's right.
Yeah.
When TJ said, okay, boomer, and Ryan snapped back, I'm not no boomer, or something to that effect. I was just like, okay, there was some friction. There's some friction there.
Lots of fun at Battlefront we have.
Yeah,
May it be the
we did.
traditional wrestling.
And I miss seeing you run around like a madman, Don Kincaid. When I first saw Don Kincaid, I have to say this, Don. Sorry to interrupt you.
No, please.
I nudged my buddy Paul. I go, who's this crazy guy with a freaking phone running around like a nutbag?
That's
But, and of course I missed Elijah Six and all those guys too. Eli's
The last
another.
Battlefront out in Connecticut, Don had us all out in the street.
Oh yeah, that's right. And I got to tip my hat to Raul because Raul tried his damnedest to get me to go to Connecticut. And hats off to you, brother. I appreciate it.
I'm sorry we couldn't get to there, my friend. We tried everything.
I know you did, and I appreciate it.
We were literally out in the street. It was Dirtbag Dan versus Rebecca Payne and a hardcore match. They smashed each other with packages of Christmas ornaments. They slammed each other with chairs. They had barbed wire weapons. They took it through the bar. They were on the freaking pool table. They were in the dining area.
They had to cut Rebecca's hair to get the barbed wire out of it.
Yeah, we stopped traffic in both directions while they did a pinfall, and referee Ryan Frost did a 2 count. It was the craziest shit. Oh my God.
And I like the story after when you interviewed Johnny Chill and he told you about after in the hotel room when the cops came.
Yeah.
Oh.
That was awesome. That was one of the best stories I've ever heard.
Now, I'm going to do a very short version of it for the fans that don't know. They have this hardcore match. It's Corey Dillinger, it's Rebecca Payne, and Dirtbag Dan, and Johnny Chill. They go to get a hotel room. Now, in the meantime, nobody's washed their shit off. Dirtbag Dan has wiped stuff off, and he tried to kind of keep a little cleaner, but he's still bloody and stuff. Rebecca Payne is a bludgeon mess. They get to the hotel. The hotel concierge, if you will, calls the cops because they think that she just got her ass whooped. Okay. The cops, they're in the hotel room already. Okay. These guys have already, chimed in. They're in the hotel room. Rebecca's in the shower or somebody's in the shower, and the cops are knocking at their hotel door because the hotel called the cops on them. So they open the door. They're trying to arrest Dirtbag Dan and whoever the hell is else involved. They're trying to tell them this is professional wrestling. The cop is not buying the shit at all. Okay. So now to convince the cops, they do this. They start mentioning a couple names, and William Thompson, ref Bill Thompson comes up in a topic or something. Oh, he says, I used to go to school with a referee, and he said his name, and he goes, I love Bill Thompson. We're friends with Bill Thompson. That got those guys off of the whole hook right there. Awesome. Now, they associated that the whole bloody mess was actually wrestling. Holy shit, Ref Bill Thompson saved their lives from not going to jail that night.
That was great. That was probably one of the greatest story of nights of that. Oh my God, wrestling.
That's terrifying.
Now, Mr. Hunting, I'm coming to you, my friend, because I know you love you some wrestling, and I know you don't get out to too many of them. So when you go out, you're passionate, you love it, you bring your fam, may it be a daughter, may it be the whole fam, your wife. It doesn't matter who it is. You guys come out, like you were saying earlier, the family vibe, you're part of that. Is there anybody specific or anything that you're looking forward to, or you're just looking for that vibe like everybody else?
Well, I'm going to echo that. Definitely want that family vibe. I miss our fan family, and the wrestling family all together. We miss our wrestlers and our families. But as much as I love PvP and I love WMW, and I've been hooked on 01 Northeast right now. Because, well, for one, it's closer to home. It's only 20 minutes instead of an hour and 20 minutes. And Anthony Green is doing a hell of a job with that promotion. And, Bear Bronson's a brand new champion. And thankfully that got to happen before this whole coronavirus thing went down. Because that was a heck of a tournament. You had guys like DL Hurst, just some top talent in that ring. And I can't wait to see what they do next. I'm really looking forward to that.
Could you fill us in that aren't aware of 01 USA Northeast, because it's under the umbrella of 01 USA, and that's owned by Anthony Green, or ran by, or I don't know how it's all situated, but Anthony Green, his name is up there on the higher brass. But
That's right.
Give us a little bit of insight. You've named off some fantastic names. What's the name of their championship, and what did Bear Bronson have to go through to get that?
Bear Bronson had to win a tournament. It was a one-night tournament. It was 8 guys. It was an 8-man tournament. You had guys like, obviously, Bear Bronson. You had DL Hurst, Josh Briggs. You had Demon Ortiz. And I saw him a couple months ago there, and then I got to see him in that tournament. That guy is uber talented. Demon Ortiz, he won me over something huge there. There's just, and it was a hard-fought tournament. It was really, really good. My bracket was blown right out of the water on the first match, which kind of disappointed me because I had DL first picked. It is what it is, I guess. I'm certainly happy with Bear Bronson. That guy, the first time I saw him at the Cove versus Smart Mark Sterling, I was impressed with him, and that was almost 3 years ago now. So, he's come a long way, and his tag team partner, you've interviewed him, is super talented too. He's a big boy right there.
And what's the name of the big championship that they have at 01?
It's just a heavyweight championship. 01 USA Northeast. He had his own title that he had, put together, and then 01 sent him the title that they wanted him to use because they're really backing this. As far as I understand it. I'm nobody.
That's awesome.
Now, where is 01 based out of?
They're running mostly out in Gardner, Mass.
Oh, that's near me, man. Okay.
They do Gardner. They're doing Winchendon. They're supposed to do Winchendon this month, but that's obviously not happening. But they're kind of staying close to that area of Massachusetts, right near where I am.
That's cool. So we're practically neighbors then.
Where are you at?
Athol.
Oh, shoot. I'm in Barry, so you're right up the road.
No kidding. Nice.
Did you just call friend Erick an asshole? What did you just say?
No.
I wasn't swearing at him.
Never.
God.
I've been called better by worse people.
There we go, stirring the pot.
Bringing that heat, Kincaid.
Hey, I love the smiles that I've seen today. This has been such a grand round 2. And I know that there was about, 5 minutes that was a little wonky trying to get Cypher in, but I really wanted to get you guys. I wanted to get you guys.
Anything that has to do with Cypher is wonky.
Let's see, wonky.
Oh, man. You guys have been a blast, and I know we only got to talk to each of you a little bit here, a little bit there, but all of us together, man, I think this was a lot of cool memories. Again, we get to take with us. We've seen Cypher. Big Juicy's hanging out with all of our bunch of ugly mugs. We've got introduced to the future, the Prof, Brother Bob, Roll Dion came in here. Come on, man. We had a great time today.
I agree.
Been a blast, Don.
Yeah, it's been a blast. I just want to thank you. If it wasn't for you putting on all this stuff, you've been kicking ass the last couple of weeks and last month, actually.
Killing it.
So you got this shit, dude, and I'm proud to call you my friend, sir.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I appreciate
I'll
all the
call you my
kind
buddy.
words. You guys and girls, you've always been kind to me, and that's what I try to do. We reciprocate all of that love, and hey, that's what we call wrestling.
That's
We're
right.
not, we're not going to let Southern discomfort ever taint your do again.
No, we won't do that. No, friend Eric.
Yes, sir.
The future, I'm telling you, the prof, for you that doesn't know the Southern discomfort, these guys drink moonshine, real fucking moonshine all the time. And
Yes.
they tainted my Mountain Dew, and it was the worst shit I've ever had. And brother Bob, he brings me a nice green bottle of Dew. And since they put that in there, I couldn't drink the damn thing. So the whole bottle of Dew went to waste, and my brother Bob wasted his money.
Never taint the do, man.
No. And hey, that could be a flip side too, brother Bob. Don't do the tape. Don't do the tape.
Not bad, Kincaid.
Yeah. No, I meant no. Hey, you guys have been fan-effing-tastic today, man. I swear, you guys have been really fun today. And for the prof, friend Eric, brother Bob, Big Juicy, Jim Kulik, the Beast, Roldion, and the Future. I left you for last, my man, because you are the main event. The Future.
That's right,
Donovan,
baby. And
man,
who
you guys
did
have been amazing today.
right here, baby, the future. Woo, baby.
This is Stirring the Pot with my very special guest, the prof, a friend Eric, brother Bob, Big Juicy, Jim Kulik, the Beast Roldion, and the Future, the main event. Donovan, oh my God, this was amazing, guys.
Thank you,
Much love,
Don.
brothers and sisters.
Thanks, Don.
Thanks, brother.
Thanks, Don.
Thank you, Don.